Okay, so officially, good night to everyone. So my name is Solon. I am your host tonight. And tonight we are going to talk about smoking, okay? So before we start, I'd like to introduce myself and get to know a little bit about all of you. So I am a host here since March of this year, and I've been on the platform since the beginning of 2020. So, well, it's very nice to be here talking with you guys. And is it your first time here, Gustavo Marques, or no?
No.
No? Okay, nice. But for those of you that are on YouTube, I'm going to explain a little bit how it works, okay? So TNT is a conversation platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced English speakers. And I'm going to remind you guys, this is not a class, okay? We are here just to practice English by learning in a real environment with conversation. And how does it work? Normally, I bring a topic and we are going to discuss about this topic. We have some questions here that are going to help us to develop the conversation, but we do not need to keep attached to them, okay? Our philosophy here is to develop your fluency. And to do this, we want you to really speak, okay? So if you are shy, don't worry, come here and we will try to help you. As you can see, we are on YouTube, and if you want to have access to classes or other type of meetings like Spanish, French, and others, just go to talkandtalk.com, and there you can find ways to schedule other classes or schedule other meetings, okay? So I will introduce it myself. My name is Solon. I'd like to hear from you, Gustavo, please. Can you introduce yourself? Where are you from? How did you get here on TNT? And yeah. Go ahead, please. Gustavo Marques.
Oh, yeah. I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old.
Can you hear Gustavo, guys? Yes. Say something.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Now, go ahead.
Better?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, fine. I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança, the countryside of São Paulo State. I've been learning English for almost 6 years. I am talk for almost 2 months. I like talk. Find nice people here. Always a pleasure to talk and learn new stuff. I think English is just a bonus because I always find good people here.
Okay, that's really nice to hear that from you, Gustavo. Thank you very much. And I also think like you know, English is just a bonus because here we get to know people, we get to make some friends, we get to hear histories, and this is really, really nice. And we have people from all over Brazil and sometimes even from the world. So it's really nice to have this relation with people we don't really know, but we can get to know. I'd like to hear from you, Gabriel, please go ahead.
Hello, guys. I'm Gabriel. I'm 21 years old. I live in São Paulo, and I work in the payroll department of a company as an apprentice.
Okay, thank you very much, Gabriel. Let's hear. Gabriel is an old friend of mine. We talk a lot here, so it's nice to have you here, Gabriel. Let's go with you, Gustavo Nunes. Please introduce yourself. How did you get here, and what you like about TNT, please?
Yeah. Good evening, guys. My name is Gustavo. I am 21 in Goiânia, and I'm a civil engineer student about to graduate. And I discovered TNT through the Instagram. I saw they page, you know. I was just surfing on Instagram, and suddenly they show a post about TNT, and then I checked it out and here until now, you know. It was really nice, especially during the pandemic because of the lockdown. It helped me a lot, you know, improve my English skills, you know, get to know about many things and make friends. It's a pleasure to stay here.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much. You said it helped you during the pandemic time, and it also helped me because I discovered TNT because I was in the group of the college, and someone sent the link and said, "Oh, go see this meeting; it's nice." And I was like, "Oh, it must be so boring, but I'm going to try it." And when I got in, I just fell in love, and well, here I am, 2 years after that, and I really appreciate coming here, guys. It's really nice. So tonight we are talking about smoke. Okay. I'm going to send the questions here. Just give me thumbs up if you can see the questions. And after that, we can go ahead. Can you see the questions? Okay, thank you, Gustavo. Okay, this topic, it's interesting, especially nowadays, because we don't see a lot of people smoking like common cigarettes, but we see a lot of people smoking like the electronic ones, and we also have a lot of people using, I forgot the name of that other, narguilé, something, narguilé, I think.
Vape,
So
alguma coisa, something like that.
maybe, yes,
Vape.
exactly. So it's going to be an interesting conversation, okay? So let's go with the first one. Do you smoke, or have you ever smoked in your life? Or even yet, have you ever been asked to smoke? I'd like to start with you, Gabriel, please, go ahead.
No, guys, I've never smoked in my life, and I don't feel smoking in my life currently. I've never felt like that.
Okay, but has someone offered you to smoke, like, oh, would you like one, something like that?
Yeah, like a colleague of mine at my course have influenced me to smoke, but I was like, no, I don't want to smoke, sorry.
And what was it? A common cigarette, a vape, or narguilé, something like that?
It was an electronic smoke.
Yes. Okay. Well, what did you think in the moment? Like, were you in doubt, or you just said no? And how was your reaction?
I I felt like really bad with it, but I said no. I don't smoke, and I don't feel like using the stuff to smoke.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to hear from you, Gustavo Nunes. I'm going to call you Nunes and Marques, okay? So in this way, I don't need to say your name is like all the time. Go ahead, Nunes, please. Have you ever smoked, or someone offered?
I don't smoke, and I never smoked in my whole life. Just some friends just do you wanna like vape, this type of
Yes.
cigarettes, and I don't want this kind of stuff, I don't feel like smoke, I don't like, but
It happened to you.
a lot of people from college, friends from college used to smoke, but I don't.
Okay, nice. Nice. Let's hear from you, Marcus, please. Have you ever smoked, or someone offered you something? Go ahead, please.
No, I don't smoke, but my parents smoke, my mom and dad, and but I have a kind of a sensitive nose, because when I smell the smoke, I start to sniff and coffee, and so I have this sinusite. So kind of make some rules in the house, like, oh, if you're gonna smoke, smoke in the garden, smoke outside for not to be sick all the time. But yeah, I have some friends that smoke. Sometimes you need to be a little away just not to smell that. And I don't know, there is some smoke that is so strong, the smell, that you smell it, and in the moment say, oh, I'm gonna give him uh, uh, oh, I forgot the name, dor de cabeça, hurt,
A headache.
yeah, a headache in me. So yeah, I don't like it. I can't do this. Can't do this thing to myself because I'm gonna hurt myself.
Okay, nice, nice. Well, in my case, I don't smoke either, but I have a few friends that smoke, and they offered me, and I felt like no, like I don't want to do that. And one interesting thing is that most of the people that I know that smoke, they don't want to smoke anymore. You know, they are just like, oh, I'm trying to stop, I'm trying to quit, but they continue because it's like an addiction. So it's really hard. Um, any comments before we move on, or that's okay? Okay, so
That's
let's go to
happened
the
a lot
next question.
that
Question number two. Does smoking give you a better image or make you look more sophisticated? For example, if you watch old movies or even TV series, for example, Peak Blinders, the characters there, they are always smoking, you know, and it makes, I don't know, a pose of someone strong or someone who has the power and things like that. In your opinion, do you think that smoking gives this power or this image, or it is just something from the movies? I'd like to know from you, Nunes, are you there? Gustavo Nunes. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe we can go to Marcus. Oh, go
yes,
ahead,
I'm
Nunes.
here. Yeah, and for me, I think smoking doesn't give a good image nowadays. And some years ago, and it was kind of sophisticated, you know, because the people that used to smoke look like rich, you know, and
Yes.
they have a lot of money and this kind of things. But nowadays, smoke, you know, your teeth, it's bad for your teeth, for your health.
Yes, I know that. I talked about series, for example, Peak Blinders and etc. But there are also a lot of movies. For example, if you watch 007, like the agent from MI6,
Yeah,
and he's always smoking and drinking, you know, and he's like, oh, he's super strong and he's super nice and he's smoking. So at least in on the media, smoking is really related to be a powerful person or to be someone who's really cool. I'd like to hear your opinion, Marcus, please. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, if you get the oldest movie, the cowboy movie, the Clint Eastwood movie, there is always the guy with a horse and smoking something. So, and if you get the past, the commercial, the stuff that happened with the cigarettes and stuff like that, you are the thug life. You are the guy that was with
Yes.
a lot of person around, and you are the guy. That's I think is the best definition. And I think that the things change. Happy that things change for better. And I think right now, uh, most of the case, I think people try it and kind of, oh, that's feel some pleasure or something like that. And after some months, they said, oh, I tried to stop, but that's addict to me, so it's addictive. So that's the problem. But I think that in the beginning, I think the F1, the cars F1, it's the brand,
Yes.
the cigarette brand. So I think it's
Yes. I
looks
can't say
like
the name. I believe it was Marlboro or something like that.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot
F1.
of, and it's always there is the tough guy with a lot of girls, and he is the best of the best. So glad that things changed.
Yes, me too. The same for me. And now let's go with you, Gabriel. Please, what do you think? Do you think like smoking gives you a better image or make you look more sophisticated, something like that?
From my point of view, smoking is not sophisticated, you know. Only in the TV shows and movies, you know. When you see a character from a movie or from a TV show smoking, it's nice, you know, because it's a character. And the fact that they smoke uh, give the character make the character sophisticated, you know. But for me, only in the fiction, you know. In real life, I think it's not sophisticated.
Yeah, it's nice, nice. You talked about movies and etc. But even in the movies where there is not someone strong or really powerful, they smoke. For example, I don't know if you watch some American movies, like when you get the first baby, like you go out with your friends to smoke. It's not a cigarette. I forgot, un charuto. Like when you have your first baby, you are going to smoke one with your friends. It's like a Cuban one. It's like a special tradition and something like that. So smoking is like really part of the culture, at least on the media. So it's interesting to see these kind of things. Let's move on to question number 3, okay? What are some of the bad things about smoking? Are there any advantages of smoking? I don't know. Gabriel, would you like to start this one, please? Number 3.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anyone who smokes, but I think smoking just gives people bad things, for their health, for someone who they live, because when you smoke next to a person who doesn't smoke, you are like destroying a little bit of their person's health, So
Yeah.
this is my opinion about it.
So, what about the second part of the question? Do you think there are any advantages of smoking or no?
No, I think I can't see any advantages of smoking. I'm sorry for people who
Don't worry, man.
smokes, but it's just my opinion.
Guys, I'm going to remind you TNT is a safe place, it's a safe space, okay? So don't worry about giving your opinion, okay? As long as you don't offend anyone, just go ahead and give your opinion, like we're open-minded about that. And now I'd like just to hear your opinion, Marcus, please, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Gabriel. I think that smoke is really bad for your health. It's a long term. Your lungs are gonna be bad in the future. Uh, and exercise, like you don't have the same breath. I don't know this in
Yes,
English.
you can say.
Breath, the same fôlego. So for your health is really bad. And I I don't see a lot of advantage, but maybe if a lot of people do that, maybe there's a pleasure on that, because my dad smoked like 55 years. So, oh, with 55 years doing
A long
that.
time.
So yeah, tried stop, tried the I don't know, the thing on the break, then the uh on the arms that you put to stop the
Yes.
smoke, the sweet things, but never stop it for real. And so I think there's a pleasure on that. And I work with a guy. I work with IT, so it's a stressful area.
Yes.
There's a guy that he always on the we go to the company to fix some problems, and he always outside. When he get in the company, he always get a cigarette and smoke, and they get a problem and see something 5 minutes 5 minutes after that. Oh, I'm stressful. I'm gonna smoke again. So it's relaxing, guys. But it's a 5 minutes you were smoking. So no, you can do that. I say, oh, I need to get out of the company because I smoke a lot because of that.
Okay, for the situation, let's go with you, Nunes, please.
Yeah, cigarette smoking in general is bad for your health in long term, in short term, bad for your teeth, and bad for the other people around you. You can get cancer, um, a lot of problems in the future, um, and I think the people that smoke is just because of the addiction. Because I have heard that some people smoke just to relax, but after some minutes they are more stressful, and so it's an addiction for sure. There's no advance in smoke, but it's one of the hardest addiction to quit.
Okay, nice. Well, yes, about bad things, there are all of those you said, guys, about the health, about the teeth, about the lungs, and etc. And nowadays, we also have others about the money, about your financial health, because uh, it's so expensive smoking nowadays, especially in the case of your friend Marx, because he smokes every 5 minutes, more or less. So it's like he smokes a lot during the day. He needs to spend money to do that, so it's really expensive, and this is a big disadvantage or big bad thing. Even though it's a bad thing for your health, I don't know, sometimes people just think about the money, and thinking about the money, they think about stopping smoking. And one advantage that I see, I have friends that smoke too, and they smoke because of the stress. They feel like, oh, I need to smoke to relax, and they sometimes they don't eat to smoke, like, oh, I need to smoke, I don't want to have lunch, for example, I just want to smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes and stay outside a little bit just to relax. And it's something, I don't know, different. At least I would not say it's good or bad, but it's definitely different. And okay, Gustavo Lino sent here on the chat, has someone ever told you look oh, he's talking to you, Gustavo. I don't know if you saw the chat. Just for you guys on YouTube, Gabriel thinks that Gustavo looks like the professor from La Casa de Papel.
No,
I think too, it kind
never
of
thought
reminds.
about it.
Maybe if your hair were a little bit longer, I don't know, you would
Yeah.
look like really like okay, but funny. Let's move on to the next one. This one is for example, we talked about health here. So smoking cigarettes causes a lot of problem to public health system here in Brazil. So do you think that smoking cigarettes should be illegal? Like, should I prohibit this to avoid getting people sick and etc.? Let's start with you, Nunes, please. What do you think? Should I make it illegal to smoke?
No, I don't think it should be illegal, because a lot of people smoke, and
Yes.
even people in my family, I think most of us know someone who smokes that is next to us, and if it's cigarette and should be illegal, and it should be like marijuana, these drugs,
Yes.
and someone you will sell these things, you cause other
Mhm.
crimes, and you create other problems,
Yes. Understand you.
and
Okay. Nice. Nice.
yeah, yeah. I think it should not start, and cigarettes, it's
Yes.
in the beginning it could not be sell, to the people, but now it starts. The people cannot do anymore.
Yes. Okay. Well, I really liked your comparison with other drugs, for example, cannabis. And it's interesting because you said if we make cigarettes illegal, we cause other problems. And I really think, like you, for example, if cigarettes were illegal, like right now, a lot of friends of mine would be like criminals, because they would want to smoke, they would want to buy, and it would create like a black market of cigarettes, like, well, a lot of problems, and there would be cartels of cigarettes and things like that, and whoa, it would get like really, really bad, the situation. Let's go with you, Gabriel, please. What do you think? Should we make cigarettes illegal? Gabriel.
You can just a minute.
Okay.
Just a minute.
We'll go with Marcus and then we'll go back, okay?
Now I can answer. From my point of view, I think cigarettes should be illegal, you know, even though these problems that you guys brought up could happen. I think cigarettes should be illegal, you know.
Okay, but why? Go ahead.
Because like smoking, for me, smoking is bad, you know. Smoking is bad for everyone's health. So that's why I think cigarettes should be illegal.
Okay, nice. We have Marcus. What's your opinion about this topic?
I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be it's illegal. Won't be a solution. I think, like Nunes said, you're gonna open a new market, a black market, and probably the drug dealers are gonna take that. And if you note right now, there's a lot of people that the cigarettes illegal right now, but there's a lot of people that buy illegal cigarettes from the Paraguay and from the other countries.
Yes.
Because it's cheaper, but don't have the, I don't know, there's the
filters, I don't know.
The filter, the metro quality. But so there's already have this marketing. And it remembers me the United States in the decades of 20, when they export drinks, alcoholic drinks. So I think it's gonna be the same. There's other problems that's gonna be with that, and it's like my dad smoke nowadays, and it's legal. They won't gonna stop that because it's something that is bigger than his control. I think so.
Okay, nice. Okay, interesting topics. A few questions earlier, I talked about how expensive were cigarettes and etc. Now you Marcus, you talked about the cigarettes from Paraguay because they're cheaper. So let's go to the next question. It's related to these topics. It's question number 5. Do you think a high tax on cigarettes encourages people to quit? Let's start with you, Gabriel, please. What do you think? Making cigarettes more expensive make people think about quitting?
I don't know. I think what makes someone stop smoking is like their effort to stop smoking, you know?
Yeah.
So I think yeah, this is my opinion. So I think when a person decides, oh, I want to stop smoking. So this for this person, they want to start smoking because the cigarettes are not making them good, you know. They realize that the cigarettes is making bad for their health, you know.
Yes. Okay, so you don't think that high tax make people like want to quit cigarette?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, nice. Other thing besides that is that in older times, when you look at a cigarette, there was just a beautiful, I don't know, a plastic or something like that. And nowadays, there's like a bad image of someone dying or someone, I don't know, with cancer and something like that. And the people that smokes, they are just like use it to that, you know, they look and okay, I'm going to smoke, there's no problem. But what do you think about this, Marcus? Do you think that putting high tax on cigarettes, make them expensive, would be a way to make people want to quit smoking?
That's fun that you think about the package of the cigarette, because
Yes.
my brother, I am the youngest. I have three brothers, and my oldest brother collected a package of cigarettes. They don't
No
smoke,
way.
but there is this like every package there is it's like collecting an album of the I don't know if you have that, but I've seen it. So and they said that it's a lot of people doing that. That oh, they don't smoke, but they go to the party or something like that, and they get the package to collect it because there's like a new package in in that time. So I said that's crazy, like an album of the
Yes,
people eating
really
that pop.
crazy. Let me ask you about how many of those he has. Like, I don't know, 30, 20, I don't know.
I think 30. I think so.
30. Whoa, that's
No,
so
or
crazy.
30 package or 30. You said
Yes,
the old
packages,
oh, package.
packages.
I think something like that. I need to ask him if they have that. But that's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
he is the teenager. It was from here. It was in the 80s, the 90s, something like that. So they collect that. So that's crazy. But about the high tax, I think it will help you. But like I said about the Paraguay cigarettes and stuff like that, you're gonna have. So if it's you put like a package of cigarettes for I don't know how many it's right now, 10 highs, I don't know. Let's put like 30 highs. So the people, oh, I can't buy that. That's so expensive. So they're gonna buy in other thing, the other way. It's like if you think like that, it's like the movies, like the CD, the movies in the CD and the cameo and
Yes.
stuff like that, that you buy the pirate because you can't buy the original because it's so expensive. So I think it's not the real solution. Uh, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, really nice. I really liked your answer. And before you say that, I was thinking about that maybe putting high tax would avoid new people to start smoking, you know? Because let's think like this. You smoke it with someone because someone offered, and then you want some, and you'll say, "Oh, I'm going to buy," and you say, "Oh, it's 30 reals to buy this," and you get like, "Oh, I'm not going to buy this," and "Oh, no, I'm not going to smoke anymore because it's too expensive." But
Yeah,
I don't know, because you gave the example of the DVDs that we have the pirate ones, and they're like really cheap, so I don't think it would work. Let's hear
yeah.
your opinion on this. Oh, go ahead, Marcus. Would like to say
Uh,
something?
that makes sense, but it's not like
Oh,
it can't be like the drug dealers. The first is free, the rest you pay for for
yeah,
your life.
exactly. You make the person addicted, and then you you ask for money in return.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. What about you, Nunes? What do you think? Making cigarettes more expensive is a way to make people want to quit?
I totally agree with Mark because of about the high tax on cigarettes is not helping people quit, because they will find another way to buy this stuff. And maybe the high tax on cigarettes avoid people start to smoke, but the whole people that are addicted to smoke, you find another way to buy cigarettes from Paraguay, from the black market, and
Yes.
yeah, yeah, that's it. And maybe they high price, and help a little bit, they for the people who just buy the original cigarettes, to reduce the number of pockets. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, but but they most of them you find another way, to buy this thing.
Yes, the topic about I don't know how to say pirate cigarettes. I don't know Paraguayan cigarettes or things like that. It's really complex because it doesn't matter if you make them expensive, if you say that they are bad, there will always be the cheapest one, and it's going like, okay, this one is, I don't know, R$ 5, and okay, I'm going to buy this one because it's from Paraguay, but yeah, that's what we have. It's crazy to think about that. Let's go to the next question. I know that Gustavo already talked, Marcus already talked about his parents. Let's hear from the other guys. Do members of your family smoke, and how long have they been smoking? Let's start with you, Nunes, please. Are there people in your family that smoke, and for how long they've been smoking?
Yeah, I have uncles who smoke, and she started smoking since, I guess, 13 or 14 years old. Since teenage.
Whoa,
She
really
started
young.
smoking. Yeah, with friends. Go to party.
Yes.
But she said me it's hard, to quit, and she tried a lot to quit smoking, but it's really hard.
Yes. How old is she nowadays?
And she's 25. 25.
25. Wow, she started with 13, so more than 10 years smoking. That's a lot of time. Okay, nice. Is there someone else in your family that smokes that you know for a long time?
For a long time, I have other girls, but she's older,
Yes.
and yeah, and some aunts, in my family, but all of them start smoking since like teenage, since a long time.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And okay, very nice, very nice. Not so nice because they smoke, but I understand that.
Yeah.
Let's go with you, Marcus, please. You talked about your parents, like they smoke for a long time, but is there anyone else in your family?
In my family, just the both, my mom and my dad, and like the Nunes, his parents, his family. My parents started really soon, like in the because he came for the countryside and work in the farm and stuff like that. So that is normal to smoke that time. Um, I think that just then, my brothers, anyone smoke. I think we deny that because of my dad and my parents. uh, and just one thing to escape of the topic that when you were talking before, I remember the meme. Você não pita não? That the guy put one time. I don't know how many package of cigarettes from the on the car, and he said, "Oh, I gonna buy for the rest of my life, so I just go one time and go back." That's crazy.
Nice. Okay, just your parents in your family. Really interesting to see that because you and your brothers grow up like seeing your parents smoke, and then you didn't want to smoke. It's interesting to see things like that. And what about you, Gabriel? Is there any relative of yours or your parents? I don't know.
Yeah. I have some people from my family who smoke. For example, some one of my aunts smokes. One of my cousins smokes. What else? Like I'd say some people from my dad's part smokes,
Yes.
And my dad used to smoke in the past, but he has stopped like a long time ago, you know.
Yes.
Now he's 60 years old, and I think he stopped smoking when he was like I don't know, 25 years old, something like that. And
Oh, a long time.
he stopped smoking because he has realized that when he went to a place to play soccer, he couldn't breathe well, you know. So he stopped smoking because of it.
Yes, because when you smoke, you can breathe properly. Like you can't run really fast. You can like go for a jogging. It's really hard because it affects directly your lungs. So it's kind of dangerous. Well, in my case, my father, he's smoking right now, but he started really young, like Marcus and Nunes talked about, like when he was 14 or 13, something like that. And then he smoked until his 30s or something. He stopped for 10 years and then he came back. You know, it's so crazy. He said he was under a lot of pressure at work. So he said, I'm going to smoke just one to relax, just one. And then he came back and he couldn't stop again. But sometimes he tried to stop, you know, and he gets like 1 week without smoking. But then he gets back. Like it's really hard to just stop. And my aunts, a lot of aunts of mine, they smoke, and they started like in a really early age. But it's the same history of you, Marcus. Like they came from the countryside, and it was normal to smoke there, so they smoke from a really young age, and etc. etc. And yes, I believe all of you answered, right? Nunes, Marcus, and Gabriel. So let's move on to the next one. This one is interesting. Do you find people smoking in public spaces annoying? Do you avoid being around people when they're smoking, or this is not a problem for you? I remember that, I don't know, maybe 7 or more years ago, people could smoke in enclosed spaces, you know, like, and it was so crazy. And nowadays we don't have this anymore. Like you need to go outside to smoke. It's like a law, a federal law or something like that. Let's start with you, Gabriel, please. What do you think? Is it annoying for you? What do you think about these people?
Yeah, it's really annoying for me because I have health problems, you know. I have asthma, and I can't like smell cigarettes, you know. And when I'm walking on the street and I smell a cigarette, I don't feel good, you know. And
Yes.
I try to like cover my face, you know, with my hands, not to smell the cigarettes, you know. So I don't like it at all.
Okay, nice, really nice. And what about you, Nunes?
Yeah, I think it's annoying. You know, I don't like it to be around bad people who are smoke. I don't like the smell, and I know it's not good for my health, for the health of other people that are around. I know it's us, you know, who are around that the people who are smoke, because you keep, you know, this bad smell, and then bad, you know, I don't know how to say, must inside of you, you know. You don't,
Yes.
they not go out, you know, because you
Okay.
are exhalate, you know.
They smoke.
Yeah, they smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, something that personally I really rate is when I'm going to work or to a party or etc. And I am on the streets and there is someone in front of me smoking, because the smoke goes all over my body and I'm like, oh, I just took a shower. Why do I need to smell like this? And it's so boring because you can't do anything because the person is on the street, and you're not going to say, oh, stop smoking. You just need to go faster to go in front of this person and then you don't receive the smoke anymore. But it's I don't know. I don't like when people smoke are close to me, it's kind of, oh, stop, or just go over there. And what about you, Marcus? You said you have a health condition about your parents smoking close to you. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's annoying for me, but there are some people that I can't avoid. It's,
Yes.
but when my friends on the street, I try to go a little bit away of the moment that they are smoking. Normally they respect, but in the street, it's impossible. But that you said about the before it was legal to smoke in the closed space.
Yes.
I was talking with my boss some time ago, and he smoke a lot. There's a lot of pressure. I don't know, but he smoke a lot. And he was talking about in the 90s, something like that. It's legal to smoke on the company. So the people that don't smoke go out, say, "Oh, that's crazy." So
It's the opposite.
it's the opposite. So, and the other thing that's crazy that it's imaginable for me that in the 70s you could smoke in the airplane. That's crazy.
Whoa, this is really crazy because there
Yeah.
is no air out. It's like
No,
you are
you
close
can use
there.
your cell phone, but smoke it's okay. No, it's obvious that didn't exist in that time, but so that's crazy that you could smoke in the airplane. But I think it's because you are really nice, you are the guy in that, so there is
Yes.
the whole market behind it. But yeah, it's really annoyed me.
Yeah. One interesting thing how things change over the time because you talked about this one on the airplane, like you could smoke and etc. And right at the beginning, I don't know, 1920, 1930s, something like that, the doctors would recommend you to smoke, like, oh, you are under pressure, you need to smoke. Like it was like some kind of medicine, some treatment to pressure. And nowadays it would be like, no, don't smoke. I don't know, go running, go do some sport, go do something that makes you relax it, but do not smoke. And it's really interesting to see these kind of
Do
things.
any other thing, but don't smoke. Just that.
Yes, don't smoke. Come on.
No way,
uh,
really?
yes, in 1920s, 1930s, it was like that, So it was common to women smoke too because they had recommendations and etc. It's kind of funny to hear
Oh
these
my God,
things.
that's crazy, right?
Really crazy, really crazy. Guys, we have 3 questions, but I don't think we have time to all of them. Okay, so I'm going to skip directly to question number 10. Where can a person who wants to quit smoking look for help? I'd like to start with you, Nunes. Please go ahead. If I want to stop smoking,
Uh,
what should I do right now?
and I know to quit a bad habit. Um, One thing that you have to do is to replace this habit. But
Yes.
for a good uh, for a good habit, but you have to stop it little by little. If you
Yeah.
smoke in 1 pack or 2 packs a 1 pack a day, we have to reduce. Um, the amount of the cigarette that you smoke per day, you reduce day by day, and then you keep one until you don't feel like this feel, to smoke, and then replace
Okay.
for other habits, do other things to feel relaxed.
Okay, nice. Replace your habit and go little by little. What about you, Marcus? What do you think? What can I do? Where should I go? Who should I ask if I want to stop smoking?
Yeah, I like the Nunes answer. That I think if you stop in the moment, "Oh, I will never smoke right now." So I think it's gonna be really hard for the person and stressful. So I think little by little, step by step, one cigarette less per day is gonna help you. And try to make some exercise, walk, and other good thing is to go to a nutritionist because there's a lot of people that stop to smoke and go buy food. So they eat a lot or eat a lot of sweet. They change the one habit to other, but others that not so good as well. They eat a lot or something like that. So I think and maybe a psychologist, I don't know, psychology, help
Psychologist.
psychologist help to understand better your brand and the things that you can put there.
Okay, nice, really nice. This one about the nutritionist, it's really interesting because you are totally right. Some people, when they stop smoking, they start eating a lot of sweets and candies and etc. And it's not good either. Like you're just changing the drug you're using. It's like you change it, your addiction. What about you, Gabriel? If I want to stop smoking, if I want to seek for help, what should I do? Who should I call? Go ahead.
I think both Gustavos said everything. I agree with them. I think people should like stop smoking little by little, as one of Gustavos said, and the person should do what they like as well, in order to quit smoking. I
Okay.
remember when I stopped drinking soda. At the beginning, it was really hard, but whenever I I I wanted to drink soda, I I drank juice. I drank a juice that I like, so it worked for me. And now, currently, I don't feel like drinking soda anymore. You know?
Yes. Okay, nice, nice example of yours because sometimes we talk about smoking here, but it works for almost all addictions. You can stop like today. I'm going to stop everything. No, you need to go little by little. You need to seek help. You need to change habits. So it's like a lot of things, guys. Really quick. I'm going to send a link here. It's about our survey. If you liked the meeting, if you didn't like, if you have suggestions about the meeting, please click on this link and answer the feedback. It's not a lot of things, okay? Just say what you felt here, if you felt comfortable, if not, and etc. And give suggestions too. And other than that, that's it for tonight, guy. I hope you really enjoyed the conversation. And I'm going to ask you, Marcus, what did you think about the meeting today? Did you like? You didn't like? Any suggestions? Go ahead. What do you think?
I like it's always nice to be here. It's always interesting topics and different ways of thinking. So I learn a lot with you guys. I probably gonna be here in the next week again.
Okay, that's really nice. Guys, we have 2 minutes, so I'm going to ask you Nunes and after that, Gabriel, okay? What did you think about the meeting? If you like it, if you didn't, suggestions, critics, etc. Go ahead, Nunes.
Yeah, and I think it was a really nice topic, and different topic, hard to talk because cigarette is a smoky is a addiction, and it was really nice, to see other point of views and to know about other families, and
Okay,
everything.
that's
So
really nice.
I really appreciate.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Nunes. Be welcome to the next week's meetings, okay? And let's go with you,
Okay.
Gabriel.
It was awesome. I really liked it. Of course, it was a hard topic to discuss, but it's life, and we need to talk about many things.
Yes, okay. Guys, that's it for tonight. I hope you really enjoyed the meeting. Guys from YouTube, if you liked the meeting, come to the next week, okay? And if you want to have access to more idioms or more conversations in different schedules, just go to talkandtalk.com.br and there you can find more information. Folks, that's it for tonight. It was a pleasure talking to you and bye-bye. See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Good
See
night.
See you.
you.